Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today, we're checking out Facteroids. It's kind of like Factorio, but it's entirely set on an asteroid. It's like an automation-based building strategy game. Let's jump into things and see what we've got going on. We're just going to play in free play mode, although there is kind of a pseudo-campaign, but I never really care about campaigns in strategy games, as you already know. Yeah, anyway, a little bit of a novel take, because, as I say, it's all based on an asteroid. So you have to run your entire operation on an asteroid. Build a colony. Let's make this piece of rock habitable. Build the necessary infrastructure to support 5 colonists. And indeed, you know, we'll see how it goes along the way. Right. So before we plonk down our initial base of operations here, our mothership, we should have a little scout around to see what we've got going on here. I mean, this is it. There is a light source as well. There's a sun in the system, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. The camera can be a little bit finicky. But that's actually, that's actually okay because we have full range of motion when determining what we're going to do and where we are going to do it. Right, so this is our little hub, as I've already alluded to, the mothership. This is our little bot. I think we're going to call him Benji. I don't think he's actually named, but Benji the bot is... Look at that. Look at how cute that is. Benji the bot is how we're gonna operate. Anyway, the mothership is the base of all operations. It actually comes with a whole bunch of resources already in. So we've got 25 rock, 25 ice, 12 iron ore, 5 iron, 12 carbon, 12 silicon ore, and 6 silicon, which is very, very cool indeed. Now, worth noting that each and every one of these tiles is also fully exploitable, so we can actually mine this tile. You can see it's rock here, we've got ice over there, we've got silicon ore over yonder, we've got lava. How on earth does lava work in an asteroid? I have no idea. We're gonna have to get to grips with that. I presume there's gonna be other stuff. Yeah, iron over yonder. Is there anything else that we've got to look out for over here? No. So we're probably gonna... Oh, that is sulfur. Okay, nice. That's more silicon, some more ice, and some sulfur there. Okay, so we've got iron, sulfur, rock, ice, and lava. And I think there may very well just be a way that we can get a little bit more stuff in due course. But anyway, it's probably worth us trying to assemble the basic sort of items. So what we can do is we can have a little look at the construction menu. So we've got a couple of items unlocked at the moment. We've got a mine, we've got a conveyor belt, we've got some storage, we've got a supply pod, which is going to allow us to bring some supplies down from orbit. And we've also got a bot dock, which supports an additional construction bot, which I think I would very, very, very much like to get set up. What else have we got? Yeah, we can show materials that are stored in storage centers, which we're going to build, and we can show materials based on the mothership. That's fine. We've got a little menu. We've got some objectives, which we've already sort of highlighted. No projects ongoing at the moment. Power grid, seismogram. Oh, goodness gracious me. We can actually see all the resources there. I shouldn't have bothered with that. And we got some time controls as well. Right, so let's just get started. Let's get the basics set up. Let's just get like a mine. I'm thinking like over here. We'll get that set up over yonder. That's actually going to immediately unlock a couple of other options for us. Demolition charge and a freezer. Ooh. Nice. Lava reveals valuable resources after cooling down. Well, there you go. Anyway, right, so we don't have any power in the mine. I mean, that's entirely to be anticipated. That's fine. There's not a problem at all. Now, we can smelt the rock, or we can do some rock refining, but I'm not actually going to worry about that right now, because what we want to do is just think about getting it into our mothership. So let's get, what, like 1 solar panel? Doesn't actually cost that many resources, and I think that'll be kind of nice. And then let's also set up something like that. There we go. A belt like so. And our little bot is going to have quite a lot of stuff to do, but it'll be worth it once we get it all done. 2 bits of rock, 2 bits of ice. Boom. And what do you know? We've actually got a solar panel, which is up and running. We just need to make sure that it is connected to, there we go, connected to our output over there. Our output is connected to our input, and we're also probably going to like expand. Yeah, can we do that? Instead of we'll get a second solar panel down there. I think we'll actually be completely okay with just 1 solar panel for now. But a second solar panel certainly won't hurt. So we can accelerate that, and we can get the power cabling in place. Bada bim, bada boom. What do you know? We are going to start mining some rock, and the rock is going to be moved right into our mothership, which is going to allow us to replace, hopefully, more rock than we're able to make. Okay, that's great. We're off to a wonderful start. That's looking pretty darn good. So what do we got? We've got mines, which is fine, and we can mine all of our basic resources, so rock, ice, iron, and silicon. Smelting, we can do iron smelting, silicon smelting, or carbon extraction, which is what I was alluding to with regards to the rock. I've got some conveyor belts, crossing conveyor belts, storage, we've got a supply pod, we've got a bot dock, an accumulator, we've got a landfill. Yeah, we might need to start using a landfill. I mean, we'll continue to assemble some rock, and then we'll worry about that later on, but I think we probably want to think about getting an additional bot dock. Let's get an additional bot dock, like, over here. Because we have more than enough resources to build it now. And if it just costs rock, we might as well just go for it. We'll build it close to the base so that it can be assembled reasonably quickly. 15 rock. There we go. And this is Frederick. So we got Benji and Frederick, the two of them. Now, what does it cost for the next bot dock? Ah, see, it costs ice. And actually, speaking of ice, it might even be an idea to try and get some ice set up. There we go. We'll do something like that. Yeah, and then we'll maybe get some power lines over here. Sure. In fact, it might even just work. Yeah, it'll just work because the conveyor belt. Oh, power shortage at the mine. Okay, no, it didn't work. I was going to say the conveyor conducted. It does not. See if that works. Give that a punt. Yeah, okay, that does work. Okay, well, there we go. Happy days. I tell you what it is. I tell you what the real issue is. Get that demolished. Get that demolished. The conveyor does conduct, as I initially thought. It's just that we absolutely do not have enough sun. That's the issue. Right, let's get some more. Let's get some more of that stuff. Good stuff. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We'll get all of these assembled, and you'll note that we're actually utilizing both of our construction bots to build all of the stuff that needs to be built, which I think is very, very important. Have a little look at the power grid. Yep, this is looking good. Very, very nice indeed. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Sunlight is at 74%, which is wonderful. Happy days. And our charge is looking not too bad on across all of the panels, actually. And solar panels are so easy to build. They really are. I mean, they just cost rock and water. I don't know how on earth we've managed to get to a technological point where we're able to just use ice and water in order to get a solar panel. But there you go. Anyway, let's start work on the next sort of process, and that is definitely going to be refining rock into carbon. We're actually going to get some storage, I think, just tied into the whole system. I mean, there's a bunch of silicon ore around, but I'm kind of just not keen to build over the top of this silicon ore. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know what's wrong with that idea, but I just don't feel like it. Oh wow, look, we're unlocking, what's that? A factory and a refinery. Very, very cool indeed. Conveyor is already on the site. I'm aware. That's fine. Let's make sure that we've got the recipe set up for the smelter. Yep, it's this one. Carbon extractor. Beautiful. And as soon as this stuff is all built, we should be grand. The storage area as well requires iron, which I do think is probably worth... It's probably worth us exploring. And also, you know what? I tell you what we'll get whilst I'm going to do my additional exploring. We'll get another bolt dock. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Okay. Are we good? No input belts connected. What? There we go. I don't know why that was not working as it was intended, but there we go. We should now... power shortage at the mine. Again, another power shortage. I mean... I think we're fine. Yeah, I think we're fine. I'm not quite sure why we had that power shortage there. Well, we are going to be extracting carbon, and that's looking excellent. It's not a perfect setup. I got to be honest. Yeah, so I think maybe we need an accumulator as well. An accumulator might just help to sort of even things out a little bit. Right, let's have a little look. Do we have the silicon ore for this? 1 glass. We absolutely do not have glass. Okay, so getting an accumulator might be an idea. What we'll do in the meantime is we'll get a whole bunch of additional solar panels and whatnot. That'll sort us right out in the short term. And then whilst we're waiting for that, let's go and have a little look at the iron. Seismograph, where is that? There's iron inside here. Iron inside there, but we already know that there's surface level iron here. Yeah. That's sulfur over there. Okay. Right. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Right. We'll get a mine in there. Smelter, I think we'll just immediately smelt, but we'll actually put a little gap in there so that we can add additional capacity from all of these ores at a later date. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Do we want to refine after that? No, we don't need to refine because that's going to give us ice. That's going to give us water. Ice water? Just ice. Or concrete, or we can create hydrogen or oxygen or heavy water or sulfuric acid. Whole bunch of opportunity. Whole bunch of opportunity there. And we'll get some storage. That'll be grand. And then let's actually just straight up bring this back. Now, this is where this game really starts to shine. We can't build belt on lava, but that's fine. Ah, that's lava as well. That's fine. And right over there. Perfect. That's excellent. That's looking really, 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 really good. So, obviously, it's going to take us a little while to get this all set up, and we're going to need to make sure that we connect in a power line here. Right over there. And, yeah, this belt is probably going to take a little bit of time because I've added all of the work orders to one poor little robot, but that's okay. Right, how's this carbon looking? This carbon is looking pretty darn good. I'm very, very happy with how that's all coming along. That's lovely. Power shortages at mine. Yeah, I mean, that shouldn't be the case. Oh, yeah, that's absolutely the case because we haven't built all of the conveyor belt, the conductive conveyor belt, so that's cool. Right, what else can we do? We have 2 bolts that are currently free. We can probably start work on one of these silicon mines, I imagine. Let's get it in there, and let's also get another smelter. Sure. So we're going to be able to smelt into silicon. Sure. I'm a little bit worried that maybe iron ore reserves on the mothership are depleted. Bot is missing iron ore for construction. Yeah, so is that going to be a problem? I'll tell you what, it might actually be a problem. That might actually be a problem. Now, can we bring in a supply pod? Hold on. Let's bring in a supply pod. Bring a supply pod down. Did you bring... You brought 64 rock. I mean, that's not particularly useful for my purposes. Yeah, let's bring iron down instead, please. There we go. Is that going to be immediately accessible by the robots? It is indeed. Brilliant. Okay. That's wonderful. Well, we'll be fine for iron in just a second anyway. Silicon is looking good. That's wonderful. We can always rejig this if we need to at a later date. We've got plenty of space at the moment, and what's critical is that we just get the infrastructure down so that we don't really have to think about things. Now, what else do we want to do with our two little robots whilst we are waiting for stuff to happen? I do want to try building one of these. What do we need to supply this with? We need to supply it with ice, I think. Let's try doing this. Let's try doing the freezer. I want to see how this whole freezer business works. How are we looking with regards to carbon? Am I happy to just have 4 bits of carbon stored here? I think we should bump this up to 15. We might as well try and backlog as much as we possibly can in our storage facility over there. Yeah. This is all looking fine. Yep, no issues there. Apart from the fact that it's taking about 1 billion years to actually build. But that's fine. Okay, can we get this frozen? And to tell you what, this is a good opportunity to test multiple conveyors. Do that. There we go. We should split in both directions now, which is wonderful. There we go. And let's start freezing this lava. I have absolutely no idea what happens here, but it looks like a bit of a slow process, but I'm not particularly bothered. As far as I'm concerned, it can take as long as is necessary. Right. How's the iron production looking? It's looking not too bad, actually. It's looking not too bad. I think we can accelerate things. Let's select two more. Actually, that's probably a fairly bad idea. Demolish that. There we go, and let's get... There we go. Get all of that built, please. Let's see if this works, and that should... No construction bot. Excuse me? Okay, select all 3 of these, and just get them to build. Mine's in there, mine's in there. Perfect. Okay, good. So that should allow us to hopefully accelerate the rate of smeltification. It might also put us into a little bit of a dicey situation with regards to power, but, I mean, not much we can really do about that. It is what it is. It is what it is from the power perspective, and we will adapt. Also, something else that I want to clarify. What do we need for our next bot dock? 15 reinforced carbon? I tell you what, that's actually completely fine. We can do that. So let's get, not a supply pod, a bot dock. There we go. Get the next one. Queue that up. Excellent. So it's going to give us more iron, which, if the belts are working properly, should allow us to make some progress on that front. Yep, power shortage at the mine. That's kind of exactly what I expected. Kind of exactly what I suspected. Right, let's get all 3 of these. Yeah, so that's a lot of works that we're gonna undertake. But it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. I think we've got plenty of rock, plenty of ice, and even plenty of carbon for the bot dock over here. So that's looking cracking. That's looking really, really good. So whilst we're waiting for all of the power shortages to abate, what do I need to do? I mean, we're smelting in the smelter. That's fine. I mean, how do we make glass? It's presumably in a factory, isn't it? Yeah. So factory will give us 2 things. It'll give us steel, or it'll give us glass. Now, glass is doable. Glass is rock and silicon ore, which we're already refining here. Wonder if we want to do something about that. I feel like we do. Sticking a factory in here is probably not the... The bot is quite busy already. Yeah. I know the bot is quite busy already. But I feel like putting this in here would not be the worst idea in the world. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna stick it into 2 times speed and let the bots do a little bit of building. We must be almost done with this bot dock, for goodness sake. It's gonna make a bit of difference. Also, all of these solar panels. It's gonna be very, 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 very important. Right. Also, I don't think that silicon is needed for anything else other than glass at this moment in time. Also, this ice mine, dig a hole. Heck yeah, I'm gonna dig a hole. Wowzers! Look at that. Okay, wow, we've created a pit of despair. How close are we to depleting the amount of rock over here? 121 to go. Okay, that's fine. Depleted mine. Yeah, we've dealt with that already. We've dealt with that already. Okay, so I'm thinking here. What we want to do is probably... Oh, a brand new bot, yes. We could dig with the bots as well. That's something else that's worth bearing in mind. I think we're going to destroy that there. Destroy that there. Destroy that there. Power shortage at the smelter. Yeah, I get that. I get that. How are we doing? The freezer is taking its sweet time in actually coming to fruition. But that's fine. Right, let's get a mine here. Let's actually get 3 mines because I'm feeling spicy. There we go. Get all of those set up like so. So 50% of our bots are gonna work on that. We've got rock, which I actually kind of want to continue to be delivered to the mothership. So let's get that in there like so. Let's actually get that demolished. And I'll tell you why in just a second. So we'll get that over there. Let's also get these two to work on another mine, which is going to be... It can actually just be here, to be fair. So that's going to work in there like so. We're going to get a factory right in the center here. This is going to be making glass. And then that's going to allow us to get everything that we need to get, I think. We're also going to need to get a power line in there to link it all up. And we'll also just get a conveyor belt into the center. Beautiful. Okay, I think that works. Let's make sure that all of this is enabled. Sometimes the video game, if it doesn't know which direction to stick the belts in, leaves them blank, which I actually think is pretty fine, pretty cool. Let's get this thing frozen. It needs at least 2 input belts. Ah, the rock needs to be activated. Right, continue to mine rock. It's wonderful. It's great. That's all looking very, very good. So that's going to give us glass, and I think that's going to be pretty darned important for us. What do we need for our next bot supply thing? Bot dock. We need 15 iron ore? I mean, I think we have 15 iron. Yeah, we do. So let's select all of these and just immediately get ourselves another bot dock. And we should be able to build that pretty darn quickly, to be honest. Right, so we unlocked anything new from getting glass? No. But we have unlocked the ability to utilize the accumulator, or to build it, I should say, at long last. Which I think I might do. Yeah, let's select all these bots, and let's get down an accumulator. Or 2, actually. We could do with a couple of accumulators. I have no idea how much charge it actually accumulates, so let's give it a crack. How are we getting on with the freezer? The freezer is looking great. I kind of want to just start freezing this entire area. Here, silicon ore has been depleted. Dig a hole. Do we want to dig a hole? I feel like I do want to dig a hole. That seems like a great idea to me. This is only surface level silicon, unfortunately. Right, lava cooled, and it's silicon ore. Hurrah! Okay, well, you know what? There's no reason, as far as I see it anyway, to not continue to cool down stuff over here. Might as well. Okay. I mean, this kind of looks chaotic and messy and awful. But it's fine, I guess. I mean, again, it's going to sort of even out once we end up digging all the holes anyway, so... Yeah, so no harm, no foul there. Our brand new bot. What's it cost for the next bot dock? 15 silicon ore. I mean, that's fine, actually. There we go. That's looking nice. We're going to start smelting lots and lots of silicon. Beautiful. We are making glass. We are making glass. Right, let's get you to start work on the next bot dock, because apparently that's just what I'm going to continue to do. Let's get the rest of these. Actually, yeah, 3 of them. 3 of them is fine. 3 of them to work on a freezer, which we're going to do here and also here. And that's going to come up here. That's going to come up there. It's going to come up down there. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, so it's going to split. Power shortage at the mine. Really? Yeah, stored energy is very, very low. Very, very low. That's okay. Let's get you to start doing some more solar panels over here. Because we need heckin' solar panels. We need so many heckin' solar panels. 5% sunlight. It's basically not even worth building these solar panels on the down area of these blocks. The down area, the vertical area of these blocks. But that's fine. We can leave that as is. No big deal. Right, get the rest of this done. That's fine. Rock mine depleted. So this is absolutely okay because that's going to allow us to place that in there, and cool. Nice. Okay. So we're doing good in the freezing department. We're working on freezing the 2 lava things. We're doing good in the silicon department. We're making a lot of glass. We've got 7 glass, which is not actually as much as I would anticipate that we would have had at this point, but I suppose smelting is somewhat of a slow process, even with 2 silicon mines over here. But that's fine. The next bot dock is coming along nicely. I need to build the next stage of production. Is it the refinery that I think we need to get? I think it might be the refinery. We've got everything else. We do not have the demolition charge, but that's cool. I mean, that's cool. And I think we can all probably guess what that's going to do. A refinery. Now, what do I want to make? I don't know. There's also the idea of a factory to make steel, which I would wager is probably going to be, I guess, pretty imperative. We've got 16 more bits of rock to go from here. Now, I think we might just let that run out and then see if we can try and swoop in and get ourselves a factory pretty much right about there, to be honest. Right. Carbon reserves on the mothership are depleted. I mean, that's actually okay. It's not the end of the world. Let's get steel production over here. This is going to be, yep, finished. Let's dig a hole there. That opens up a little bit of silicon. That's kind of cool. How's this looking? Carbon, are we making carbon? We are making carbon, but I'd like to make it slightly faster. And I'll explore the way in which we're going to do that in just a second. Let's get that demolished. Let's get this demolished here. And let's get this as an input. Let's get this as an input. And let's get that as an output. Iron ore mine is depleted. That's fine. We can deal with that in just a second. Right, so I set the reserves to be at 15. We can temporarily turn that all the way down, just to give us a little bit of an output boost right now. Let's get 2 more mines over here. Yep, and then, geez, that is really, I mean, that is just mind-warpingly daft. But it's okay. What do we got? Oh, yes, we got a brand new resource. Nice. Okay, well, no reason not to continue to use these freezers. I think it's kind of cool. I like this mechanic. I think that's brilliant. Let's continue to freeze. And is there anything else to freeze around here? Not particularly. This is a massive, massive, massive ice field. So I guess we'll just do that. Right. So is this all going in the right direction? Nope. Good thing I checked. So otherwise I wouldn't have spotted that for a long time. That's going to give us a load of carbon. And we've now got steel coming in. How much steel have we got? We got a couple of bits of steel. Does that unlock anything new? No, it does not. The refinery, I suppose, is going to be what we are required to build, which is fine. We're going to need to do ice melting, which means that we should absolutely categorically do that, I guess, somewhere on this massive plane. I don't like the idea of starting like a pretty big construction project in an area where there's relatively little flat surface, but you know what? We'll give it a shot anyway. 2 carbon, 3 iron, and 1 steel. We should have all of the resources for that. There we go, and then we'll start with, I guess, a few mines over here. There we go. Good stuff. Okay. And then let's also get... What are you doing? Oh, you're still building this... You're still building this bot dock. Well, there we go. That's quite the time you've had building that bot dock. But we are going to be rewarded with a brand new bot very, very soon. Right. Give me some... There we go. You're not going to replace that with a power cable, are you? I hope not. Right. Get some more power cable over there. Beautiful. We've got some more silicon ore, which is going to be useful eventually, I hope. It's kind of nice. This is all looking rather good, if I do indeed say so myself. We also have created a massive surplus of ice, which we can probably stick right into here if we need to, but I guess we'll worry about that in a second. Right, let's get some ice melted. Let's get some ice melted in there. And do we want to get some concrete straight away? I guess we can try and make some concrete straight away. What's this? A fusion reactor? Ooh, I like a fusion reactor. There's also a supply hub. Provides water and oxygen and waste disposal for the colony. Okay, well, we can actually do that. We can actually do that. Right, let's get a... Not connected to pipes. Oh, goodness gracious me. We need to build pipes? That's a new one. That is a new one. Right. Where do we want to connect the pipes to? I mean, presumably, we want to get a... I mean, we need to decide on what our next building is going to be. I think it's going to be another one of these. Sure, let's build that over there. Let's get some pipes over there. That's cool. Don't know why I'm just doing this with two... Yeah, I don't know why I'm just doing this with two robots. Could be so much more useful. Power shortage at the mine. Yeah, I know. Okay, so this is really the game's way of telling me that we need to get a fusion reactor. What is it? 4 hydrogen, 4 oxygen. You don't have enough construction materials available. Yeah, okay, that figures. Right, let's have a little look at the recipe. We can electrolyze water here, which I guess I kind of didn't really want to do at that specific reactor. I was kind of anticipating this being a concrete plant, but I'm okay if it has to be. If it has to be, then it has to be. That's not a problem at all. We need more power in the short term. Is there anywhere that we can put extra power? I mean, there's like one place in there. I mean, if we could freeze some of this stuff, that would be wonderful. Sunshine 60%. I mean, that's the problem with sunshine. It doesn't always shine the same amount of sun. 76% over there, 60% over there. It's pretty decent. 0%, that's horrifically bad. Yeah, okay. Well, that might stave off the inevitable power issue in the short term. Mine has been depleted. Let's destroy that mine. That's fine there. Let's get these two robots to replace that. That's fine. Keep the good times going. Ice reserves on the mothership are depleted. Well, not a moment too soon. Let's get you two to build a storage facility. What do we need more of? Oh, we need more ice. So that's a little awkward, I gotta be honest. I can bring down some ice, though. I can bring down some ice. Supply pod. Ice. Let's bring it down. Well, like here. There we go. Right, so that will help out somewhat, but also it's kind of good to just always have a supply of, a local supply of ice, which I think is probably going to be pretty critical. Dig a hole here. Excellent. Wonderful. Keep the ice coming. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to try try to accelerate. Try to accelerate our smeltification here. There we go. That is pretty important. So we've got 2 robots working on that. That's fine. How's this setup doing? 2 output belts. Oh, this is water into hydrogen. I mean, where are the output belts going to go? I mean, I'm assuming here that we should just stockpile our resources. Can't build on the lava, unfortunately. Right. Okay, so it's bottles of hydrogen, bottles of oxygen. That's fine. Again, not super happy with this setup. I had kind of anticipated that we would maybe do some concrete instead, but it's okay. Right, more carbon extraction. We really are after more carbon, and we're after a large additional quantity of carbon. Hence why I think it's probably going to be worth us getting maybe an additional smelter. Oh, it's the wrong conveyor belt. That's fine. Nice. Select the recipe. Carbon ore. Carbon extraction. There we go. Grand. And... nice. Iron ore construction material. We need more iron ore. I mean, if that is the case, and it looks to be, and to be honest, we need to seriously look again at our iron ore production here, but let's get... there we go. Let's get that. We'll get a branch here. So we always have just a little bit of iron ore. Hold up. Oh, we need iron ore. We don't even need straight up iron. We just literally need iron ore. Hold on, 16 iron ore. Let's get a supply pot of that. Bring that down. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to divert 50% of our iron ore towards this area and 50% elsewhere. We also just need to make sure that we buffer. We need to make sure that we buffer iron ore over in this area, just so that we've got... there we go. Just so we've got a little bit. Also, we need to dig a hole there. That's fine. Dig a hole here too. Yep, dig a hole there as well. Still a little bit of iron ore to be built from that area, but that's fine. What do I want? Probably that over there, like so. Okay, how on earth is that? That's really not good, is it? But oh no, this is a mess. This is a mess. Hold on. Stop. Destroy that conveyor belt. Destroy that conveyor belt as well. And then just build that down there, and then that up there. Perfect. That's what we need. That's what we need. That's fine. Okay. I know there's a power shortage, but again, that's okay. Let's make sure that we bump that right up to 15. It's going to take a little while for us to resume power shortage. Yeah, there should be 2 power shortages over here, but that's because we're waiting on rock to be delivered. And that should be delivered imminently. Those are the 2 robots that are doing just that. Okay. So, we've got a full supply of hydrogen and oxygen. Let's select all of these bots, and let's see if we can try and build ourselves a nuclear reactor. We should have it. We should have it. We should have all of the required components. Question is, though, we need to use heavy water. That's exactly to be expected, but unfortunately irritating. What is it that creates us heavy water? Heavy water is just regular water. Just lots and lots of regular water. Right. Right. The heaviest of water. Can I get another... This is turning into a bit of a nightmare over here, but that's fine. Right. Okay. Do this. Let's get a pipe down here. This is going to be output. In fact, it's not. It needs to be a pipe, I think, actually. I think that needs to be a pipe, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it needs to be a pipe. Let's see how this ends up working out. No recipe selected. Select recipes. Heavy water. Ah, there we go. It automatically creates a pipe. Brilliant. Okay, well, let's get this fusion reactor up and running then, shall we? So apart from water, which we cannot stockpile in a storage, I think we've got a good supply of pretty much everything else. The only other thing is perhaps rock, which we might not be able to. Let's also buffer that all the way up to max, please. So we're getting iron. We don't have iron ore, but we're buffering that obviously elsewhere. That's fine. That's good. I think I'm happy with this. I'm reasonably happy with this. It's pretty good. Pretty darn good. Iron ore mine is depleted. Yep. I mean, that's kind of to be anticipated. These are gonna end up being replaced at a pretty consistent rate, I would say. There we go. Nice. That is looking very, very good. It's buffered to 15, which is the max. We're buffering iron ore at that side already, so I don't even know why I'm worried about. Let's just increase that. Increase that, and then just trash this here. Trash that there. Yeah, there's no real reason to really worry about that, to be honest. This is working at a particularly slow pace, so it might even be worth considering adding extra mines here. I hate this so much. I really do. Right. Does that have a route? That does actually have a route. Just go straight over there. Turn that one off and go straight across. It looks trippy. Looks trippy as anything, but it will work. So as soon as that's all built, then we're sorted. Now, how's our power setup looking? Oh, look at that. Look at that fusion reactor. That's looking real nice. Power charge is 50. Hey, that's great. I have no idea how much heavy water we need. I don't even know if we're going to be able to sustain enough heavy water, but I think we will be fine. Okay, that's pretty much everything. We've got everything apart from concrete, which I do want to get to grips with. I do really want to get to grips with concrete. Again, this area was supposed to be my concrete area, but I mean, I guess it still kind of could be. Here's what we're gonna do. I've got myself a great idea. Let's get this frozen. Let's get this frozen. Let's get this frozen, and let's get that frozen. Okay. Then we're gonna get not a pipe crossing, just a belt crossing, I think, right? Or does it need to be a pipe crossing in order to cross the belts? I think that's going to need to be a pipe crossing there. This is going to be dodgy, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. All right, destroy that there, destroy that there. Yep. And yep. Nice. I mean, we've got an absolute metric ton of ice. So let's use it. Let's use it for good rather than for evil. There we go. Beautiful, 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 beautiful stuff. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Nice. Okay, so once all of that has been built out, which shouldn't take too long, need to just check that our heavy water is still fine. Yep, it absolutely is. That's still producing water. That's good. Power charge is a little bit low, but should be okay on that front. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. This is totally fine. And the good news is that we're getting tons of power. I have absolutely no idea how much power, but our accumulator is not full. That's somewhat surprising. These power grids are connected together, aren't they? I wonder if that needs to be connected in. Oh, in fact, maybe it's only just going to be connected in right now. after it's connected to the conveyor belt. That might very well be the case. Well, you know what? If the fusion reactor isn't able to output enough power, that's not necessarily the end of the world. We can take remedial action to rectify that. If we need to, we can build more. We can always build more. There's no issues there whatsoever. Right, let's see if we can go and get a colony. Very curious. Supply hub must be built on concrete. Yeah, see, I thought that we would need concrete, and sure enough, we gosh darn do. Power charge, that is decreasing, so I think that's a good sign. That's wonderful. Okay, water. I mean, what we could do, here's an idea. So this can be, we can dig a hole there. That's fine. Keep this area coming. Here's what we're going to do. Select all of these. We'll get a refinery. Plonk that down over there. That's perfect. That's going to allow us to utilize some of our ice. We'll smelt that down into ice. And then, or smelt that down into water even. And then next door, we'll get one of these. That's going to be fine. And then this can be on concrete. And then we just need to find a way of getting rock in here, which is really not the most challenging of scenarios, given that we are in a bit of a rock-rich world right now. What with our little rock mining area over here. The only question is, what's the best way to go about getting that out? Getting that out of this system. Let's do that over there. Goodness gracious me. This is a little finicky. We're building on the edge here. It's also, in order to try and leverage our... Does that work? Yeah, that kind of works. Actually, no, don't like that. Don't like that. Scrap that. There's a way to say, to try and leverage the fact that we've got all of this infrastructure over here, why don't we try and add some extra capacity here? But that's not a problem. No output belts connected. Yeah, I'm only too aware of the fact that we don't have any output belts connected. Let's get a output belt over there, and get an output belt over there, and then we'll hold the concrete right over here. Okay. I think that's better. So how's this area looking? This area is not looking too bad. We've got the... I think the reactor plumbed in. I mean, we have the accumulator, which is not accumulating much, but there we go. We've got loads and loads of power. Just chilling. Just kicking back and chilling, which is exactly what we want to see. Bot notifications. Conveyor belt is no assigned bots. There doesn't need to be an assigned bot here. We don't need anything. I mean, I don't know, just demolish. We can try that one. We can try that one again. I don't know how that ended up. Don't know how that ended up failing, but it did. So there we go. Right, we got concrete. We've got concrete. Does that unlock anything new for us? No, it doesn't unlock anything new. As I say, the supply hub is what we need to get. Oh, are we done? We're done here. Dig a hole. Let's do it. And I see that there's an ice mine that's been depleted. There we go. Lots and lots of depleted mines. Ice mine over there. That's fine. We'll leave that there for now. How's this area looking? It's looking okay. It's looking okay. It's taking a little bit of time, but no big deal. Let's get that swung around there. Let's get that swung around in there. Bring it all back. Nice. And we'll redivert all of the ice to where it needs to go. Wonderful. Okay, concrete. Right. I mean, we've got it. We've got it. The real question is, how on earth do we build... How on earth do we build a block of concrete? That's the real question. Is it landfill? May very well be landfill. Hold on. Let's give this a punt. Let's give this a punt. Right. So, after the landfill is built, we'll see if we're able to fill this. See if we're able to fill this area with pure concrete. Looks good. Hey! Look at that. Dump 3 blocks of concrete. How many blocks of concrete do we need? Probably quite a lot. Probably quite a lot. But we'll get there, no doubt. Do we want to buffer more than just 4 blocks? Potentially. Let's also go into multiple times speed, and whilst we're waiting for that to happen, we can have a little look at what the next bot dock requires. 15 concrete, which we can get. 15 silicon ore. I mean, we do have silicon ore here, but it's depleted, and actually, we are out of silicon ore. So, why don't we get that in there, that in there, that in there as well. Cool. That actually ends up working pretty legit. Pretty legitimately well. That's great. Demolish that. This area is, yeah, still in need of a little extra renovation. Let's get a mine in there. Perfect. Keep mining away. Keep mining away. This is working. The fusion reactor has meant that we haven't had a power cut for quite a while, which I am pretty darn happy about. It's looking pretty good. Ice mine depleted. I mean, this is just gonna be... It's just gonna be the case more and more frequently, really. Lava cooled a resource into iron ore. That's wonderful. The whole reason that I scrapped this freezer over here was because I wanted to build a brand new freezer right over it there in that orientation, which means that we should be able to much more easily connect that up. Oh. Hold on. Oh yes, we're out of ice and we're out of water, and this has all gotten bad very, very suddenly. Yeah, we need more heavy water apparently, and that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, no, I understand that there's a lot of power cuts. But the power grid is... Power grid's in a bit of a weird place. Can we refine some more water? I mean, just literally one load of heavy water should do us fine. There we go. Produce that. Right? Heavy, one load of heavy water. I mean, is it more heavy water? Is that really what we need? I think it might be, you know. I think we might just straight up just need more heavy water. Which I think justifies additional, like, ice production, to be honest. I mean, I know we technically already have extra ice production, but this simply will not do. This simply will not do. Is there much sunlight here? There's 70% sunlight over here. Let's, you know what? I tell you what. Let's get some more solar panels as a short-term stopgap measure. There we go. I know there's a power shortage everywhere. There we go. Just get it done. That's fine. And we will get some more. We will get some more ice production. We will get some more water production. As I say, I have no idea how much deuterium it actually requires. I thought that we could handle it. I thought that one singular one singular refinery could handle it, but apparently that is just not the case. Turn off. Please turn off these notifications. Thank you. Right. Let's get another refinery in here, if we can. Pipe is already on the site. That's fine. I should just literally right mouse click these instead of faffing around with that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's get water in here. What is it? Ice melting. Yep. And then let's get another one right over here. Trash this. And to be honest, probably going to have to trash that as well. I know the freezer is left out in the cold. Haha, pun intended. But you know what? Freezer is not a high priority right now. In fact, I'm going to demolish all the belts around here just so that I can actually clear it up and get a little bit of clarity. Heavy water. There we go. Now, this might cause a bit of... an issue. Actually, probably worth demolishing that just so that I can guarantee the routes. There we go. It's fine. Power shortage at the smelter. And let's make sure that we've got... Make sure we've got that as an input. That's brilliant. So it should split here, which is great. Make sure that is turned off. Brilliant. And then let's also get some additional... trash that. I think this is finally okay. I know it's going to require a little finagling there. That should be fine. Okay, good. Are we good? Are we back together now? What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? What do we need here? Rock. We add a rock? Seriously? That's carbon. Are we just seriously out of rock? Wow, that's like shockingly surprising. Supply pod. Let's get some rock. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so I know there's a power cut. I know there's a power cut literally everywhere. I get it. There won't be for long. We'll get the ice going. There we go. Get the heavy water coming through. It's happening. It's gonna happen. Mark my words. There we go. Okay, refineries refining. Heavy water should be heavy watering. Oh, he says. No, there's still lots of power cuts. That's still very bad. Still very, very, very bad. It's all connected, though. It is all connected. I can't actually see if this fusion reactor is working. It should be. I can always preserve power if required. It doesn't look like we're able to get like enough power. Okay. I think I need to put some other buildings into power preservation mode. I mean, let's put this onto preserve power mode, preserve power mode, preserve power mode, preserve power mode. Storage, that's fine. That can stay on. Yeah, hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Okay. So we really didn't need this to happen, to be honest. Right. Come on, let's get this going. Let's get this going. What on earth could possibly be? Yeah, let's close that. Close that. What on earth could possibly be taking all of this power? I tell you what, it's probably the fact that sunlight has decreased so dramatically at all of the... Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's all the flippin' solar panels. It's all the flippin' solar panels and the fact that they've just, like, rotated out of the way. That's what's happened. There we go. Okay. Give that a punt. Now, I'm not sure that we're going to have enough rocks here to make this work, but we can give it a shot. I get it. Everything is bad at the moment, but it could be worse. As they say in the business, it always could be worse. And to be honest, I think we're probably just going to add more and more and more solar panels to get back to where we were. There we go. Okay. So that's the journey that we're on. Our solar economy has fallen out from underneath us, and it turns out we built that reactor right at the right time to avoid noticing that, you know, things were bad. Oh, look. The fusion reactor is back up and running. Hey, that's great. That's wonderful. I also wonder, is it possible for us to buffer heavy water? I don't think it is, but yeah, pipe is already on this site. Yeah. Generates 50 power from deuterium. I mean, look, we'll get there with solar panels. We'll get there. We'll probably need to make sure that we build solar panels on every single side of the asteroids, which kind of sucks to even consider doing, but until we have a more sort of stable way of generating power, which we should be able to get relatively soon, we're gonna just have to, I guess, like it or lump it. Yeah, and we're not going to be able to get the deuterium back up and running until we've got enough power, apparently. Yeah, I mean that's kind of frustrating. Not gonna lie, a bit irritating to deal with, but it is what it is. How's our concrete going? Our concrete dumping is throughout this actually working remarkably smoothly, which I am astounded by. That is wonderful. Keep on building. Keep on building. That is great. I mean, so even though this has seemingly been a bit of a nasty process, we can release these reserves, by the way, to accelerate the dumping just a little bit. I mean, that's going to get us so darn close to what we need. 98 and 99. I mean, we're close. We're so close. So close. So close. So close. Come on. Come on. Let's get across the line. What is missing? Construction material, rock. I mean, we can bring down another supply pod worth of rock. Bring down 2, actually. We should really try and buffer some rock if we're going to do that, though. Yeah, might be worth us actually using those supply pods as proper storage as they come down. But that's fine. Okay, let's get this going. I mean, whoa. Am I? Oh my god! I tell you what I'm doing. Oh, I see the issue here. I see the issue. This entire grid is not connected. Oh my giddy aunt. That's a block of lava right there. That is a block of lava. Literally right there. So, as soon as we build this this power line, it's gonna kickstart this power grid. Let's just pretend that was intentional and we were waiting for like a moment of overwhelming. There we go. Look at that. A moment of overwhelming electrification. And it happened just like that. Booyah. Okay, we got a block of concrete, by the way. That's pretty cool. I like that. Again, intentional. Let's get a supply hub. Let's build that. Let's get that built. Let's get that built. Oh boy. Wow, that was a real moment. But now we've got a massive surplus of power, no doubt. Plus we've got this additional deuterium power generation, which is nice. I mean, our accumulators should be in a better place than they actually are, but that's fine. Power shortage at supply hub. Yeah, that's kind of to be anticipated. Let's get that linked up. Let's get a power line right in there. Right. So, what do we need here? No output belts connected, and we need to input, and we output waste. We need to input oxygen and hydrogen, which we can actually do. Let's have a little look at the power grid. It's connected over there. I think we're gonna demolish this, demolish this, demolish this, demolish this. Power shortage at mine. I mean, so that's cut off half of the existing grid. Don't worry about it, because we're going to be building a belt in here instead, video game, so there should be nothing to worry about. Right, conveyor belt. Let's go down here. Down there. Now, do we need to have two separate input belts? I hope we don't. Let's give this a shot. So this is going to be pretty useful as a belt. That doesn't need to be there. That does need to be there. That's excellent. Okay, let's see if that works, and we'll get that turned on properly so we can start refining. Water into hydrogen and oxygen. Let's see if it happens. We're missing rock. Ooh, so I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Okay. Wonder if I've maybe made a bit of a fatal error here. I should have one. I don't have any supply pods left. I mean, that might be a bit of an issue. Hold on. Let's demolish that, demolish that. Can I build a storage facility here? Yeah, see, we might need a little bit of extra rock, and I'm not exactly certain how we're going to get it. Turn that off. Turn that off as well. Can I pick this up? Destroy all materials, delete line. No, I'd like to pick up the materials, please. Just a little bit of extra rock. That would be really, really nice. That would be really, really, really nice. See, if I was to destroy it... that would put myself... that would... I don't know if that's going to necessarily give us back the materials. See, I don't think it does. That's the old issue that we might end up having. It does say that we have rock somewhere. Does that include the rock that's actually on the belt, though? That's the real question. I mean, is there a way of doing this that doesn't end up sucking? I mean, Ice mine depleted. Yeah, I get it. Destroy all materials. That gives us... Does that give us... Does that teleport the rock to the base? I'm not actually sure that it does. Hold on, let me see. If we use... No more rock left in orbit. Oof. Resupply, no more supplies. Yeah, well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Have I seriously not buffered rock anywhere? I mean, that is legitimately tragic. That is legitimately tragic. That really is bad. I mean, we have the rock mine. I mean, is there any way of just... Conveyor belts... I mean, they require rock as well, unfortunately. Oh, we can get them to dig. I did forget that we could get the robots to dig somewhere. That would get us some rock, I suppose. That's kind of nice. There we go. There we go. Get that. Get the building done. There we go. Yep, they still need more rock. Let's go back to here. Cancel all bought construction orders. Yep. And then just dig. Just dig. Does that work? There we go. And can we maybe assign some bots to here? There we go. Get ye building. Destroy that. Beautiful. Okay. Reserve rock in there. Beautiful. Okay, now let's get them assigned there. Get them assigned everywhere. Let's make sure that that never happens again. There. Power shortage at mine. Power shortage everywhere. Yeah, I get it. Sucks, doesn't it? Okay. And straight ahead. Right, we do accidentally end up having concrete, but that's fine. Let's get the output pipe. Let's get the output pipe set up over here. There we go. And what on earth we're going to do with this, I have no idea. But anyway, that's good. That's good. That's really, really good. So let's turn that back around. Let's turn that back on as well. Perfect. Demolish that. Destroy that. Destroy that. I actually think that what we're after is fine. There was nothing inherently bad about what we were doing. The only issue was that we just hadn't buffered. Rock locally, which really ended up being pretty dramatically bad when you consider the implications for not doing so. There we go. Can we turn back on there? This is a bit of a messy sort of setup, but again, I'm actually okay with it. Do this here. Turn this off. Turn that off. Just for visual simplicity. And set that in that direction there. So everything comes through here. We turned off too. Everything comes through here. Then it gets diverted to the correct direction. Which is fine. Excellent. Beautiful. Right, carbon extraction, that's fine. We'll dig a hole over there, because that silicon is out. We dug a hole over there. I mean, there's a lot of holes that need to be dug here. Demolish that building. Do not dig a hole there, please. Because that's going to be disastrous. If we do. Right, so that's mad, but again, it works. Missing construction material rock. Well, it's happening all over again. It's happening all over again. But it shouldn't. It shouldn't. It should all get diverted. You know, it should get diverted occasionally up here. Apparently, I'm just missing when that happens. Cancel that. Dig there. Yeah. Is this really a case of it's just not gonna fill up the rocky area here? I mean, that's just so darn frustrating. I guess we need to just stockpile. Okay, just demolish that storage in there then, and build a storage in there instead. Yep. Go. Build that. Perfect. Now that should satisfy all of the rock demands. Beautiful. 2 more iron ore, which we should have at the other side of the world here. Yep, we got plenty. It's excellent. There we go. Nab that over there. Yeah, there's a few things over here that need to be tidied up, but I mean, it's not really a big deal. How's our waste output looking? Not connected to pipes. We now need water as well. Oh, hold on. We never needed hydrogen. We just needed oxygen. Whoops. Well, there we go. There you go. We were a little overzealous with the the requirements. Also, this can get stopped here. We don't need to worry about this. We're getting bogged down in the minutia now. I can feel it. We're not. Clean that up a little. Yeah, we're getting bogged down in this. We need oxygen and we need water. I mean, this concrete doesn't really necessarily need to produce concrete anymore. We can sort of leave that there. That's fine. Let's demolish that, which is probably going to provide or mean that there's a bit of a power cut there, but that's okay. Let's get water set up over there. Beautiful. Let's go. We've stockpiled rock. Great. Let's make sure that that's set right up to 15 because we don't want ever to run out of rock ever again. And if we do, then that's going to be a huge problem. Let's make sure that we have 15 reserves over there. Okay, receiving wrong resource. Yeah, I know you're receiving the wrong resource. I tried to fix it, but we got ice on this belt. Wow, we got everything. Got everything that is wrong on that belt. But now we have oxygen, and we're going to output a waste. Happy days. That's great. That is wonderful. How on earth is that gonna impact things? I have absolutely no idea. What have we got now? We've got a habitat. We got a comm center, and we got a research lab. Ooh, interesting indeed. But ladies and gents, that's where we're gonna wrap. That's where we're gonna wrap this episode up. I feel like this has covered everything. We finally got, I guess, the basis of a colony, which is actually kind of interesting. I built it in a little bit of a strange place, for sure. You know, we've had our setbacks, most notably the great power cut of midway through the episode, but we overcame, and now we've got a deuterium reactor. We got a colony, as I say, and we have everything buffered for days, so we're never going to run into any issues like that, like we experienced ever again. He says with a certain degree of confidence. But anyway, ladies and gents, we're gonna wrap this episode up right about now. Thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Oba the Potato. If you're interested in helping make videos like this possible, check out the Patreon page, linked down in the description below. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.